How about Jared? We're jumping in.
Do
we're
people
jumping
dive like
in.
this? No.
Sometimes they can.
What do you do with your hand? If anyone is
It's like
listening,
prayer hands.
okay,
You're doing like prayer hands.
I'm doing
kinda.
like a prayer hand. But when you dive, or is it on top? It's on top.
It's over
isn't
top.
It?
Yeah,
Hand over
it's
hand.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was looking at you, this felt like a thing to do, but that's definitely
that
the
looks
right
better.
way to
That's
in.
the right way.
And we're going to dive in right now. Welcome to Going Yard. We're doing it. We're back. We're here. Alex, what a weekend. We did some fun stuff. We did some crazy stuff. We hung out a good amount. We had a good time.
This was a lovely weekend. We had, the overarching thing is we had Tanner and Aubrey, my roommate all 4 years of college, my wily Nebraskan. And Aubrey, also roommates in college and dear friend, close friend. We officiated their wedding. We love them. They came in to Philadelphia for the first time. So we were tour guides this whole weekend, basically.
Oh, a long time coming. A very long time coming. Yes. It was so lovely. He's been talking trash on Wawa for a decade and a half. And here we are. We actually did it. It was fun, and it was great too because Alex, you were our Sacagawea. You're now a city guy. You were just tour guiding around. You had the great hookup on parking for Lisa and I. Weekly appreciation my wife. I love her dearly, and we got into it. Those guys had a fun little Friday where they did the whole tour thing. They did a Boozy tour. So it was, I think for them, they wanted to learn about the city, and you go on this tour, but you could drink on it. And a little
tipsy tour. And they're going through, and apparently Morgan Wallen, the country artist, was also in town.
Yeah.
And so some fans of Morgan Wallen were pretty rowdy after some of the drinks had been flowing. And so apparently about halfway through, a lot less fun facts of the city and the tour and more Morgan Wallen blasting and people singing a lot. And so it was fun, they said, but they didn't learn as much as they thought they would.
Yeah. I was really hoping they were going to have like a bus driver that was dressed as Benjamin Franklin or something like that. That's what I was picturing when they were explaining it to me. And I was like, that'll be fun. But I don't know if it sounds like it lived up to that quite as much.
Jake, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to give you a little prompt here.
Okay.
What? And I'm going to give you some time because then I'll tell a little something so you have a little time. If you were to give a tour, if you were a tour guide, what would you dress as? What city would you be in? And what would you be giving the tour on? So you have some time. Now, while you think of that,
oh my God,
I'm going to go into a little aside to give Jake some time. So I was working on Market Street. So I'm in the city, right? I'm deep in the city, and I shared my location with Tanner and Aubrey while they're on the tour. So I'm watching them go to the Love Sign, and I'm watching them go to the Rocky Stairs and see all these fun things. And so I'm texting them as it's happening. And then I see the little marker on the Find My iPhone, the little geolocation that we shared with each other. He's coming right in front of my office. So I got a coworker and this is like a Friday afternoon, and my office is very relaxed at this point because there's only a couple hours left to work. Not everybody's in the office. Some people work from home on Fridays. It's very laid back. We are standing on the fourth floor, looking out the window, trying to wave at them as they're doing this boozy bus ride tour. They did not see us. I will say that's the sad ending to that. They did not see us. But we did wave, and my coworker this morning, Monday, was like, "Hey, how was the weekend with the tour?" Because he was, waving with me and everything. But I think there was sufficient amount of time for you to give an answer. What do you think? What do you think if you were a tour guide?
Really, really pro move. And I'm going to try and I'm going to do a little foreshadowing. I have a couple of ideas. I was also furiously Googling as well to give myself
I think I heard some typing.
Jog some ideas. Yeah. So the first one, I'll do a little bit of foreshadowing for the end of the pod, but a good one could be New Orleans would be a fantastic one. You're going around, there's jazz music, you're dressed up. It's a little bit of vampire-y ghost themes as well. So you could have kind of like that kind of costume
Voodoo.
going on. Yes, you could do kind of that. You could get real funky with it. That could be really fun. Another one that popped up, I think it's worth a mention. And I also think it's kind of top of mind because we talked a little bit about the show. Oh my goodness. The one where they're on Widow's Bay.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Look at you. Widow's Bay. Now, this one prompted something, and I had a little bit of, because I've just finished watching Widow's Bay, I thought this could be kind of fun, but doing Salem, where it's like, they're a witch. There's a witch. And like going around it being spooky, being very spooky.
You're in character more. It sounds like more of an acting job on that one, right? That one
and then colonial outfit, that type of thing. Okay. And then now the actual one, this one was actually, so those were with help of Google and AI. And I was like, those are fine. But the one I did all natural up here in the old noggin, I would like to go back to where I studied abroad, Sydney, Australia. Yeah. I would dress as Steve Irwin.
Oh, and rest in peace.
A couple of things too. The Australians, they're pretty loose with their language, so you could really do some good cussing. You could really fuck around with some things. You could be really off the cuff. You could check out to some wildlife. You could do the opera house. There's a lot there. Shrimp on the bobby,
Now, but you'd have to get the accent down, or would you just own the fact that you're an American giving it?
I would work really hard to get good at it. And I think early on in some of my early tours, I would lean into the fact that I am American. If you'd cover up. I would lean into, I'd be honest about it. As I got better, there'd hopefully be less need for me to do that. So those are my top 3 cities I would conduct a tour in, and with themes.
Now, Jake, I have to say that one of my biggest regrets in life is I have yet to see the Sydney Opera House, because since I believe it was Miss Napoli, the art teacher in, I think it was middle school, maybe elementary. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. But she had the Sydney Opera House in the art studio, in the art classroom or whatever. Always wanted to go. Super cool. Another regret I have in life, Jake, is exactly adjacent to this. If you'll indulge me for a second.
I will. I will indulge you. Let it rip.
I was given an opportunity by a friend who, he went to ASU as well. He was also in the theater department. He knew me from the theater department. And he was from Alaska. And he asked me for a summer job. He goes, Alex, you're charismatic. You could be big on stage. I've seen you do acting and stuff like that. You'd be a great tour guide in Alaska, like in my hometown for a summer. And that was super exciting. And then I said, okay, so what do you have to do? He goes, well, it's whitewater rafting.
Okay.
And that already seemed kind of dangerous. Like, that seems a little dangerous. Whitewater rafting in the wild in Alaska.
And also, are you motion sickness? What's your motion? I mean, I'm real bad, but I wasn't sure if you got a little bit of a kiss of it in the genetics as well.
I think I got a kiss of it. I think I got of the French variety. More than you'd like. And and I was like, okay, I don't know if I could do the whitewater rafting part of the tour. And then he said, oh, it's fine. No problem. But you will need to carry a gun. You have to carry a gun because there's bears. You could have bears.
Yeah.
And you got to defend
Safety
yourself
first. Sure.
And I just couldn't wrap my head around learning the area, learning the wildlife, being on this boat, making sure everybody feels safe on the boat, and I have the safety precautions. I have a gun while on whitewater rafting. And
the way you're holding, Alex, hold on a second. Your first reaction is a rifle. You're going rifle immediately?
To kill a bear? I am. Okay. That is my first reaction.
Okay, but you have a rifle on a raft.
I guess you get a Desert Eagle. You think a bigger pistol?
Yeah, sure.
Like a Desert Eagle?
Yeah, or a ray gun. Those are the ones that I know. Because
you're going
Call of Duty.
You're going off of the Call of Duty.
Yeah. That's right.
But I never did it. Never went to Alaska. Never been. Never did. I said no to the opportunity. Big regret.
But the irony
that could have been my
this,
tour guide. That's my tour guide.
The irony of this, Alex, I know a tour guide in Alaska. You believe that? Lisa's good friend from ships. They did some cruises together. She spun off and landed in Alaska. And when we did the Alaskan cruise, we stopped and did a full day with her, did a hike. She showed us around and guided as such. Yeah.
There's could you imagine? I don't know if I can imagine what my life would have looked like had I taken that tour, if I had said yes to that opportunity and was like, this is my life. This is what I do. I could just be Alaskan wildlife guy.
You'd be great at it, Alex. You'd be great at it. I think you're personable. I think you can hold a conversation really well. And I think you can multitask. And I think you can multitask really well. Alex, so much so, I've seen you and I've heard stories of you being in conversations and being social. I've seen it. Jake, I've seen it all the time.
Jake, really?
Can you think of any more recent examples of similar things?
Listener, this was not just a John Stockton pass. This was a prime Grizzlies white chocolate around the back pass.
Wow.
This was a Jason Williams dish up that Jake just gave me. I had a moment where I was being very social and I was multitasking where Tanner and Aubrey had got off their Boozy tour and I had to put my work bag back in my car. So they walked with me up to the parking garage. As I'm walking down, I'm talking to them, talking with my hands, kind of going. And then in the sidewalk, on the same side of the sidewalk, there was a guy from my office who's walking the opposite direction. And without breaking stride or without hesitation, him and I do this sneaky low five and we just low five each other. I didn't break conversation, just kept talking. And Tanner and I were like, who was that? And I just kept on moving. That's when I felt like a city guy. That is really the moment I felt like a city guy. It was that little sneaky high five there.
Now, did they see you do the high five? They saw the whole thing. They witnessed it. Was this a high five? Were you leading them? So this guy.
Well, I just happened to be talking, and I was to the left of them, and the guy was passing on that same side. I think they were just like, "Did you high five that?" Like, I think it was just a moment of like, and I just kind of kept talking and go. But even if it wasn't a big moment for them, it felt fun for me. I enjoyed the moment. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
To the town. Yeah. That's the craziest thing. When you're in a big city, you're in a big city and getting recognized. I mean, obviously you're by your work. It's a little bit more, but still.
Well, actually, you know who it is? Do you remember? And I know we can't dox people. I want to try to describe him.
I like that you're disappointed we can't dox people, but
I know. I just want to explain. Do you remember? I'll just say this. You remember K. Murr? Remember K. Murr from high school?
Sure. Very vaguely.
His brother is who I high-fived. He works at my work.
Look at that. Look at us. What a small world. After all.
Isn't that fun? Isn't that cool?
And that was before we kind of got into it, wasn't it? Because we
walked right in, we met up with you guys, and then that's when we all kind of went to, was it Patty's first? Where did we go first? We went to Mechanics.
Mechanics is a very cool spot because it has those big steps to get up there. Feels like you're walking in. Yeah, the big columns, like a Parthenon kind of column design type thing. So it looks like you're walking into like a judicial building or something like that. And then you go in and it's just a bar. It's a fun old bar. But yeah, we had some drinks there. Then I love the Tanner and Aubrey. Tanner was like, all he wanted to do was the Patty's thing, which I feel like is just the touristy, bar that came after the show. It's not like the show was inspired by it. It's not like show affiliated in any way. It's just like some people that watched the show were like, that's a good idea for a bar. Let's do it. And they
absolutely riding in the wake of a show that had been on for 20 years based in Philadelphia. Doesn't even really look like it. Just kind of bears the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would be like us opening a restaurant called The Bear and being like, what? We like it.
What do you mean? We're Chicago's finest.
Chicago's finest.
Corner.
Well,
yes, yeah. Chef.
I do appreciate that he did it for, I guess, his brother and him, where we're like joking about it. So I feel like he did it when we go there. But you, Alex, we did a little chess there. They had the chess set up by the bar.
You and I played. We got to play. Well, we always play, but we did some on the board. Chess.
Yeah.
On the board. That was when I found out I played chess differently when I play you.
We've played so much. We've played so many times that you got to keep it fresh.
Yeah, listener, you got to know, Jake and I play chess online. We have it seems like one infinite game, but we always have a game going where you have like a week or 2 weeks to make a move. And it just kind of goes on. It's a very slow paced game. You can do usually it's like a move a day.
Yeah, on average. Sometimes it lasts 2 days, but then we get maybe 2 or 3 another day or whatever.
Yeah. But Jake beats my butt all the time. Like, you kick my ass like most of the time. So that's why when we played in person, I was like, I'm going to do something crazy and move fast. And it didn't work.
We played twice, right? Because you won the second time.
We did. Yeah, we did. I did beat you the second time, but
that
was pretty cool.
The queen. Blundered the queen, and then you got to play that guy after. The guy after. There's nothing like a stranger game of chess in a bar. You've got no idea what you're getting into.
We each had our beers, right? His name, he goes, can I play winner? And I just happened to beat you, which is, again, a rarity. And his name was also Alex. So it was a battle of the Alexes. And then
going head to head.
And it was a good game because I didn't play him like you. I played very methodical, kind of by the book, did like kind of more classic openings and stuff like that. And just like tactical defending pieces, not like erratically, doing crazy things. And it was a very good game. But then in the middle of that good game, his friend kind of comes over. He looks kind of drunk. He's got tattoos on his neck and arms. He's got this black kind of punk.
Probably brought out his eyes pretty well.
Yeah, it did. He got a black like band T-shirt or something, and and he's waving his arms around, and he's like kind of getting like aggressive and being loud and obnoxious to even his friends, and he keeps trying to kind of fight people, like his friends are like, dude, you just want to fight somebody, and then he comes over to the chess game to see his Alex, the guy I'm playing. He puts his head on his shoulder and he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Then he starts like shadow boxing him. Like he starts like running his hands on him like he's like a speed bag kind of thing. And then he's putting his hands and then he hits all the pieces in the one corner of the board.
Yeah.
And Alex and I, we look at each other, we breathe in, we go, and then this guy's a lot. And he goes, oh, okay, fine. And then he kind of like meanders off to the rest of the group. And then the other Alex goes, fucking Kyle, man. Fucking Kyle.
Such a Kyle.
Wants to fight somebody. Yeah. But it was fun. And I did end up winning that game. It was a very good game.
Nice.
Close to the end, that was a good game.
Nothing gets you going. The juice is flowing, like beating a random person in the wild. Oh
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The next day I played a lot on my phone. I sure did.
I bet you did. And then we did what was that place after that pub where we saw
Kuiper's Pass pub. Yeah.
Kuiper's Pass. That sounds like some hiking trail in like Yosemite or something.
Yeah.
But
it was
Kuiper's
cool.
Pass, yeah.
Cool that Jamie worked there, right? So Jamie is an old
So fun, dude. He's such a character these days. Haven't seen him in over a decade. He's got the fun
Yep.
haircut. He's got the big old mustache, beard, just
Nose
rocking
ring.
it. Yep. Rocking it. And what were the little donut things? We got the donut things as well.
Cake. Yeah,
What?
those were the oh gosh, I was gonna be like, could you forget that? No, I've forgotten it. No, they were gosh, they're the French or Louisiana in this case, the beignets. They're beignets.
Beignet. That's what they were.
Beignets. They were like little donuts, and they come in hot in a paper bag with a lot of powdered sugar on them. Very chewy, very doughy.
Yeah,
very delicious. They were great.
I had the weirdest combo. Do you remember? I had the weirdest combo ever. I was
Yeah, I do remember.
driving, so I didn't get any beers at that place. I had already stopped drinking at that point. And so I was like, I'll just take a coffee. I'm driving home later. But I was still a little hungry. We only did appetizers. So I was looking on the menu and I was like, I'll do the gumbo. And she's like, you want a hot coffee and a gumbo? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then you
I'm
gave
gonna
me
own
the,
this.
yeah, the acidity of both those back to back was off the charts. And then the beignet, of course. So just a wild play there.
But I mean, it was like a Louisiana style restaurant. So that was like kind of like when in Rome, you get the gumbo. You know,
had to do it. And Tanner, love Tan, man. Haven't seen him in I mean, I've seen him recently, but haven't really got to spend time with him like this in a long time. And he's so funny because this trip he booked a little impulsively. He told us, and then while we're there, he's like, "We should do a Louisiana trip, New Orleans. We should do New Orleans."
Yeah.
Now, was it because we were talking about gumbo? Is that what started it?
Well, I think
else?
the restaurant itself was like Louisiana style, and we were talking about, I would love to go there. Like that would be fun. Like you do the fan boat in the bayou, and you said
like you
brought up
about
the riverboat, gambling.
Like this, we do it on the Mississippi. You got the steamboat that's got the paddles, and you got the gambling, and you got that, and the riverboat Mickey,
and then the jazz, and
steamboat.
like you said, the voodoo, and all that. So
walking around, open carry, Mardi Gras. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
And I think in the heat of all that, because you were talking about it, Tanner was like, "We're doing it. We're doing it for the birthdays in April. We're gonna do an April trip." And he immediately makes a calendar invite, gets our emails, and invites
such power
us.
Play. Such a power play.
In that moment, he wants like the Bayou buy-in. He wants you to commit on the spot. Which
he's like, it's the only way it happens.
Yeah.
We got to. I'm buying the flights tonight.
Pretty strong move. Move, like you said.
Yeah, very strong. Move. Had to pull up the reins a little bit because the next day we ended up doing the family picnic, which was a blast.
Yeah,
had that
fun.
whole thing. My goodness.
Now,
we had that planned.
Hadn't done that in a while, right? Yeah, hadn't.
What's it been? Has it been
6 years?
Yeah, 2019 maybe. So it's been a while since seeing some of those people, but some of that side of the family, which is kind of crazy. But
the longer extended family, yeah, right,
yeah, always a blast. We've got it's so funny. It was so trippy, being like everyone that was there kind of felt like it was they were at that next stage in the family where it was like you, me, Jared, Courtney, Tyler, the cousins, Jordan, Lisa, like we're all on that age where it used to be us being the younger kids swimming in the pool, running around, playing football, playing all the games. And then now it's like you've got, Griff, Dean, Trevor running around, some of the kiddos running around, and we're now that other group. And you could feel like Dad Dar, some other people being like, uh-oh, we're a bit older now.
Yeah.
We're a bit of the older crew.
It was cool. Fun Uncle is a great role. I enjoy it. Really, really enjoy it. I love that that Griff and Trevor want to play football together. Like they're like, hey, you guys played football. We want to play football with you. And like we played, wasn't it a real like full circle moment that we're now playing touch football, like 2-on-2, like we used to, and we were the little kids that wanted to play with Jared as steady QB still. Like, it felt very full circle to me. It felt very.
And it's so funny because then we were the ones afterwards being like, all right, now I'm done. I'm all right. I'm cooked.
No, one more. Yeah, they were like squirting me with water guns. Like, come on, one more. I'm like, oh,
actually, I'm gonna have another slice of watermelon. I'll be all right. I'm okay.
Yeah. This Dutchman's gonna get you next time though.
Yeah, we had a fun time. The cornhole was a blast. It is funny though. Dad made that cornhole set there, and the bags. I think you put it here. You've got
the fat bags.
They're really packed on there, so everyone that hits and contacts the board is just bouncing over each and every time. You can't slide it at all. There's a lot of extra strategy with that.
I was going to say really leveled the playing field because typically Jordan would be, I think, cleaning up, I feel like, but he couldn't
into it.
Exercise his superpowers the way he normally does on the cornhole arena.
Thank God.
Yeah, because he's very good. And then there was, in the pool, there was the duck saga, which was
the massive duck, 4-foot duck. It was an inflatable. It had a light on the inside. You kind of just put it in the pool and go around. Just a funny, just kind of thing to have around. But it was floating around, and it turned into a little bit of a saga.
Yeah, Jared looked at us. He goes, "You think I should jump on it?" He had this real look in his eye. And oh god,
what did he say? You dare me or you bet me? And
you dare me.
$5 down. I'll do it.
And then we had a little running thing of like, if you could stay on the duck, I have to take a shot of whatever alcohol you choose, and then if you fall off, then you have to, just a little something, but just to make it a bet, But he jumped on and he stayed on, and he popped it. He popped it. He popped it pretty good.
The best thing out of the entire thing is, I think there was a video, but like it was a live video where it's like a small short video clip almost, and then that Courtney got, and then we were able to screenshot the moment he impacted and it popped, and you could see his face reacting while he's fully on it. And because of modern technology, we're able to then make that a sticker and cut out. It's incredible. Isn't it crazy that it automatically just like, I feel like if this was like 5-10 years ago, you'd have to like go in and trace the entire outline that you want to cut out and put onto a different thing. But now it's just like, it automatically scans the image, goes, oh, you want this duck with a guy riding it, right? It's like, we do. And now we have a sticker.
We have
of Jared
for our family
on a
group chat
duck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is electric. It's like the best sticker for the family group chat now. And there's different variations of it from different pictures too, of like when it's fully deflated and he's just holding it next to the pool. And then when he's riding it or when he jumped on it, it's very fun. Very fun. A little bit of the duck story now kind of lives in the sort of the family picnic.
Now, you know how I know I got to Fun Uncle and second phase of the family picnic is, my first thought when going there was like, should we pick up some Ritas? Should we get some outdoor Ritas? Just a gallon, pick up a whole thing, bring it. I was able to get the little like teaspoon or like the little cups that, when you're at the dentist, they're going to rinse out your mouth with a little cup. It's that size cup. It's like a little itty bitty, maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bigger.
Bigger than Dick's. Yeah, bigger than Dixie.
Yeah. So we had those. People were eating them, but me, Uncle Bruce, Dara ended up going like, I mean, this is cool, but this would also be a good base for a cocktail. And that really opened the door up. We do, I think it was like half mango water ice with um a watermelon, bits of watermelon, like hunks of watermelon, which is it's such an interesting contrasting texture thing because you've got the water ice already is like a shaved ice texture with the cold watermelon. They're similar but different enough. Then you put in I put in some blueberries, get some blueberries in there as well. A little bit of little vodka as well. Mix that in there. Mix it all together. Put a straw in, and it was great. Really refreshing, fresh.
Yeah, I remember you walking up to me with that, and it just looked like you jammed a bunch of fruits in there.
Yeah.
And it looked like a party in there in that cup, in that Dixie cup.
Well, the thing is, I realized after the fact I had to kind of like, stir it up a bit to get the consistency for the straw. Otherwise you can't just straw up a watermelon. You're gonna have to. You could try. Yeah. But
you wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But fun time. Fun time.
Great. Yeah, it really went well. I mean, we stayed late and had some fun chatting with everybody.
We chatted with people. I was going to say, even before the late night bit, we got very fun to have Tanner and Aubrey on the golf cart, riding around, doing that whole thing.
Big tour.
Giving them a big tour of everything. It was very fun. They were, and I just love how excited they were to just see they were so curious, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, they really took it straight because then the next day we continued sort of because we did the sort of the tour of Old City in the city. Then the family picnic was the beginning of like kind of the Yardley childhood tour, and that kind of
Tanner was very excited. Tanner has known us since 2012 and has heard all different stories. And like, we obviously have heard stories of his childhood and everything. And so in planning this trip, he was so excited and was really peppering us with all kinds of questions. I feel like you really stepped up to the plate with the tour guiding. I mean, I guess it's the theme of the episode. This might have to be one of the names of the title here is just tour guiding.
That's what it was this whole weekend. You know what's funny is I would have moments the last like year or so that I've lived back home where I would look at things and I would, even before he planned the trip, would imagine myself pointing them out and explaining them to Tanner. I don't know why. I knew he would always come here at some point. And I need to go to Nebraska too, in the same way, because that's sort of the next trip we got to do, I think.
We have done it. We have done Lincoln, but I think he had poor timing. But we did it for some of the comedy. Do you remember? We stayed with Denny.
Right, but we didn't do Tanner's Lincoln, I guess is what I mean.
I know. Yeah, we have to do a proper link. Yeah, that's right.
Right. But yeah, that's right. We did it, but not with Tanner there. But it was fun. We started at Jake's Eatery the next day, and we
a classic.
That was like a little homey. It's like a homey little diner kind of breakfast place. I mean, Oma and Opa used to go there all the time. That's really what I think of Jake's is just my grandparents just ate here all the time. There's nothing too special about it, but it's like really convenient, pretty cheap, and pretty high floor for all the food.
I think because they don't do a lot of different things. They do a lot of the same things in high volume, but I think it's because they're doing it so many times and they're not having, like, you're right. The floor then raises because of that. They've had a lot of practice. There's not a lot of deviations to other stuff, and you're able to kind of really have a solid experience pretty reliably, which is for pretty cheap.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like a great way to start your day. You do kind of like diner experience. I got a Jake Witch, some pork roll, and then we made it up to New Hope in Lambertville. We kind of did like a little just walk around the town. Saw
I'll tell you what, every
Yeah.
time we walk through New Hope, it has gotten such a facelift, I feel like, since we
Mhm.
last, even Lambertville. It was only just a little bit of a jaunt for us, but maybe because it was like a warm, sunny summer Sunday. But it just felt like the better parts of my memories of when we would go around to either. But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Fun time. We went into a bunch of weird little stores, saw some remember that? It was like Beanie Babies and like
The
denim
antique shop.
jackets.
Well, the
Yeah.
funny thing, I mentioned this to, I think, Aubrey or Tanner or whoever
Mhm.
that was right next to me, but I was like, it's funny that we're going to the antique store and now I feel like it relates to me more. I'm like,
Yeah.
some of these things I'm like, oh
These
shit,
are
what this is.
from my childhood. Wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why is there a Beanie Baby section? Why is there bobbleheads of Don McNabb? Thanks, Bobo.
That's right, the Donovan McNabb. Did you get a little delivery right there? Meet me.
I might have gotten a little what? Uh-oh.
What is that? I see some vegetables. Oh, very good for you guys getting the vegetables in.
Well, yeah, we got some veggies, which is awesome, but it looks like a real nice, some of the leftovers actually from the family picnic, which is kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah, that's what I just ate. Was it the chicken
Yep.
parm?
There was a lot of it left.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've had it all
About to
week.
dig in. About to dig in right here. Very excited for
Incredible.
it. It's going to be great.
Incredible. If you need me to vamp, you let me know. If you need a couple
I'll just,
bites.
I'll just mute and then the visual audience can watch me just crush it
Don't mute.
on screen.
Jake, don't mute. We want to hear you
Yeah.
smacking your lips while you
You
do it. So we went into New Hope and Lambertville, and I will say, fun going. We showed them where our first job was, where we worked at the Lambertville station. We showed them our childhood home in Lambertville.
the best.
Sunny day, and it was just such a full day that Sunday, because we had the family picnic the night before. Then we wake up, we do the Jake's Eatery diner in Newtown, then Lambertville, then in New Hope, and a lot of walking around. Then we drive all the way back, pit stop at your place. I take a quick nap. You guys get ready.
Well, I do want to say something quick, Alex. In New Hope, one of my favorite things about Tanner is he's just going through, he's excited. He just loves sporadically jumping into the different shops. There's so many little shops, and he would be in that antique shop. He'd lead the charge. He'd be like, first in, first out. Then he'd leave, and then he'd walk and he'd go, oh, the jerky store? Just walks right into this jerky store. And half the group isn't even out of the antique shop yet. And he's already off to another thing.
And then he's sampling olive oil. Then he's sampling olive oil all of a sudden.
There was an olive oil store. It would be such a fun place to go shopping for gifts, I think.
Mom would love it. Wouldn't Mom love that place? Mom would absolutely. Yeah. She'd buy 2 or 3 different bottles of the different flavoring.
Yeah,
they habanero, habanero,
yeah,
olive
citrusy
oil
ones. They had a bacon one. She would not like
butter,
that one. But
I did not like the butter one. Ugh,
it was butter, olive oil. It feels, I don't know.
If you put it on butter, I don't know.
Well, what I did like was they had little recommendations, because that butter one was put it on popcorn. Yep. And then it was they had some other recommendations for where to put them all. But yeah, very fun. Did that, made it back, took a little siesta, as they say, afterwards.
And then we made our way back to the city, and because we're Philly guys, and that's when the plan was, Tanner, I told him, you got to, if you're going to get a cheesesteak, the best place is Angelo's. Angelo's is the best cheesesteak.
Alex could not be happier you recommended it. I've been dying to try it for a few years, because I know it's been up there for 5-ish years. It's kind of been holding the title-ish, give or take.
Maybe more, 6 or 7 maybe,
Yeah, and so it was such a lovely excuse to do the touristy stuff, because they're there. So perfect. Thanks, and appreciate you recommending it.
And we stopped at your place. So they were actually, Tanner and Aubrey were the ones that waited in line. It's a crazy line. It's so popular. People lining out out the street. So they got it, and they were in this swanky little apartment that they just said it was the Airbnb. So we were like, I was expecting some like small row home, and they said Airbnb, but then it turns out we go to this what felt like an expensive hotel lobby with like this high arching ceiling that looks like it's like a church. And then there's a statue of Ben Franklin that looks like Renaissance style. Yeah. And we take the elevator to like, go ahead.
It looked over Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell. When they first got into town, I pulled up Find My Friends and I found Tanner on the map and I zoomed in to see where he was at. And it literally said Tanner, Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, all within the same half block, like across the street.
They were literally right on Independence Hall. And so we ate Angelo's in this swanky little apartment, which was styled like very cool, modern, a lot of plants, like records on the wall and bougie lamps and light fixtures and couches that were uncomfortable but looked cool. And then we just ate. We ate Angelo's and
I didn't like, Alex, on the wall. They had two signs. One was Paris and the other was New York. And that's like, what's your? I feel like this place is built for tourists, and you're advertising other cities. What are we doing here? What do we think?
Yeah, they're just like, you're in the city, so here are other cities, right? Like, what is that?
Right?
What is that about?
Or do they think that Philadelphia's on par with these other cities? I mean, either way, I don't know if I can follow the rationale here.
Yeah. It was a cool apartment, though. It was like spacious. And so we ate Angelo's cheesesteaks and looked at the Independence Hall. And then Tanner wanted to do the Independence Hall tour. Unfortunately, we couldn't get tickets to that, but we did do the Liberty Bell tour, which was cool right afterwards. Yeah. And so so then we're doing that. And we're walking around, a lot of touristy stuff. We're reading a lot about the Liberty Bell, learning a lot. Take pictures in front of the Liberty Bell, see the crack, really cool.
I like that we started the line for the Liberty Bell. There's a lot of people. They're all going around. Yeah. They're taking photos of it, every angle of it. It's great. It's set up in a way where they have the glass wall that then overlooks the garden in front of Independence Hall. So you've got the Liberty Bell garden, then you've got Independence Hall with like beautiful blue sky and clouds in the back. So we got some cool photos, but it was so funny because everyone's taking photos and then we wanted to get a very specific photo with all those elements. And so we were waiting for this specific spot, but because we were a group of like 5, then there's other people that were like, oh, I guess there's a line. And we created this line. And then there was just the security guy just being like, we took the photo, we go to leave. And he's like, there is no line. Walk around freely. There is no line. Please walk around freely.
You don't have to wait in line.
Yeah. Thank goodness we kind of missed that portion. It's like, oh, sorry about that.
Yeah. It's funny though that he was like, you can be more disorderly. Stop ordering yourself. Like,
guys,
use it the opposite way.
That's right.
And then, so then we had dinner reservations for 5:30 that we were going to get to.
Love an early dinner res. Love an early dinner.
That's why this whole day, this is all one day. It was a really, really good day where then we had to kill a little bit of time after the Liberty Bell and we had Angelo's, but there was this little outdoor bar right by Independence Hall there. So we're like right by Independence Hall, outdoor bar with like the lattice, like what is it when like the vines go around the outdoor thing and it almost makes like a ceiling of plants. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just want to say altar, but I don't think that's right. But it looks like that an altar.
Yeah.
Like a wooden but yeah, I think
trellis?
Trellis?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it was very cool because there was this outdoor bar and then we just kind of had drinks outside for a while, which I don't know, drinking outside sometimes just better. When it's a nice sunny day or it's a nice
Trellis might be right,
day.
Alex. Trellis might be it.
Really?
Trellis could be it. But
Um,
hit that up. Yeah.
that was cool. We kind of like chatted a little bit there, and then we walked to Fiorella's Pasta, which
Oh,
I mean, do you want to talk?
did you hear about how Tanner stumbled upon it? So he's looking at best food places in Philly, and there's a couple of things, and like the third link he gets is like the Michelin list.
Guide. Right.
Yeah, Michelin's guide, exactly, of food. And so he goes, "Oh, hell yeah. I gotta check. This is like what this is built for." So he like looks on there. He tries the first two places to make a reservation. This is probably Friday night, a couple days before. He looks at, they're full, Obviously, it's only a couple days ahead of time. And then he finds Fiorelli's. It's like the third spot. And so it doesn't have a Michelin star, but it got a distinction for the quality of food was Michelin level. It just wasn't the full service, wasn't Michelin star to justify the Michelin star experience. So I think part of that was just like it was a much more family style. It was much more like, which I kind of liked, which is kind of funny that it kept it from Michelin, but it was still like a really cool vibe. But
I mean,
I
I loved the fact that it felt like when you get there, it just feels like you're in the neighborhood. It like the restaurant itself feels like another one of the row homes that's on the block. You're like, because we walked there, so we walked through all the neighborhoods to get there, and we were like, oh, this is it. Because I mean, obviously they have like kind of like the COVID outdoor seating sort of section.
One of the blessings of COVID, by the way, is the outdoor seating became. I love that it stayed. It had some staying power because there was never seating in parking spots, where those should be, and it really extends. And then it also makes the sidewalks feel much more like homey and kind of like engaging, like when people walking through. But yeah, it was really, really fun. We got there a little bit early as well, which that was one of my favorite parts. Is we got there early. They're like, "Oh, okay, we'll let you know. We'll let you in. We'll probably get you in a little bit, like 15 minutes earlier, even though you're probably 20, 30 minutes early. We'll try and get you in. So you still have a little bit of time. While you wait, do you want a drink or anything?" And the whole time when we were looking things up prior in the swanky apartment, we were looking things up and we saw on the menu, they had the dirty pasta water martini, which how do you not give it a try? How do you not?
I don't know if the listener will listen to that and go, ew, but I look at that and I go, I gotta try that. I mean, mom would love it. I think mom's gonna try it the second she hears this. I think she's gonna
pasta water martini. Genius.
So you
How
use
have people
the
not
dirty
been doing
pasta
that?
water.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know.
But there's a little bit of olive oil in it. Wasn't there a little bit of olive oil? Just like a dash.
Little touch of olive. Yep.
And then obviously the martini and then the olives as well were quite clean.
What was so funny though is they handed that to me and we're still waiting, right? And we're on the benches, but we're in the sidewalk. It's the COVID seating. And so I'm just drinking this martini on a sidewalk, basically.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, this is kind of fun. All right.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
The people watching was great in the city too. So it's like you have this whole scene happening in front of you and you're drinking this kind of cool, unique, very Italian style martini. I really liked it too. Like I enjoyed the flavor and the taste of it and the aesthetic of it all.
They had some other good cocktails that Lisa got. I had a sip of, but really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I love just the way they set up the menu. So the reason I think Tanner was able to get a reservation so easily is because it was a part of what they call the Pasta Club, which is basically just a fixed menu experience where they have the upstairs. There's 5 or 6 different tables or groups, and all of them are there with maybe 2 waitresses, and they are just going through each and every element of the menu, how it's put together. The chef comes out at the very beginning of the meal, and
Chef
she is
Kate.
then Chef Kate, and
Yeah.
she was kind of in the back with the kitchen. That's just like, again, it feels just like a row home. So it just feels like the second floor where there's like a kitchen. I remember being in line for the bathroom, and you're in the kitchen just waiting.
Crazy. You could just see her and like one other helper, one other chef back there, like the sous chef back there, cooking in what felt like just like the size of a kitchen in a row home in Philadelphia. And but she's got all the like industrial grade like refrigerator and like oven and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like this cool mix of like high level in like with what they have in the building. Um, Very homey feel to it all. And like you said, I always love the education of food. Like when the waitress comes around, she goes, here's the pairing. This is where this wine's from, this volcanic soil that it was made in.
They love the volcanic soil, don't they? They'll
They
never, if it's anywhere within 50 miles of a volcano, they go, this thing,
the minerality.
They talk about it like the vines are draped down the lava flow. Like there's some type of, they love, they always bring it up, but it's great.
They sure do.
It's great. It's earthy.
It's like the gods from the cartoon Hercules, the gods and the titans that come down that make the lava. Like they had walked across this vineyard and
Alex, follow me here. Follow me here for this quick tangent.
Sure.
Now, spoiler alert, but if you've ever seen the movie Moana, and you've got the big fire volcano goddess running around causing a muck until finally she's been returned with the water of life or the
Mother Nature or something.
Whatever. But then once she's returned, whatever this item is, she's then returned back to, as the story goes, to a resting island that's then covered in foliage and trees and bushes and plants and flowers. And so
and wine.
And that's what I'm getting at here, a bunch of wine. And that's we drank Moana's hair is basically what we did.
And it tasted delicious with the eggplant. There was a lot of stuff. That was what Tanner kept saying is like when you do the fixed menu, you get a lot of stuff you wouldn't have gotten, you wouldn't have picked. But there was, what about,
you get to try so many different things. You get to try so many different things.
It's family style. You just get a little bit of on the plate, and there were good portions. So everybody got a good amount. So it wasn't like you didn't get anything. And
beautiful.
What was that zucchini blossom with wild boar in it? Do you remember that one?
And it was like a thing, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, they did like the zucchini, they sliced thinly to then wrap it. But then they also like crushed the zucchini into like a sauce, like almost like a tzatziki type of thing. And then they also then like shave zucchini over top. So they were like 3 parts zucchini, and it's just
3
this
different
one
ways.
little dish.
Yeah. And then like a salty wild boar meat in the middle. It was very good. The eggplant was amazing. And obviously the pasta. I mean, that was like,
gosh, the cacio e pepe,
I think so.
Is always just a rock star of the whole lineup.
Pepper. Yeah. That pepper. Really like ground pepper.
That's what it is. Pepe. Pepe is a pepper.
That's what I mean. Just like that flavor.
And I love the idea of like making pepper the centerpiece of a dish. I love because you have the creaminess and then the pepper really, really takes a walk. Really,
that
really
one
does some stuff.
Now I know you guys had the wine. I didn't do all of the wine, but man, I had a maple bourbon old fashioned was very good with that Pepe one.
Yeah,
that was I
did that as well.
Combo.
I ended up driving. So I got the best of both worlds because Lisa got all the pairings, but I just was able to try just a taste. So I was able to like get the idea of the pairing without having to drink the whole glass.
Right.
A nice little taste of both. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, I did the was it the something beret? The raspberry beret? It's the Prince
That's
song.
right.
You knew it.
That's right.
Is it
Raspberry Beret.
raspberry?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was like the last one. So those are like the three like main drinks. Now they gave uh I just love the Italian meals. It's just like complimentary. Not complimentary, but like almost it's not weird to get espresso at the end. I just
I
love that.
know.
I
Yeah, they're
love
just like,
that.
oh yeah, of course. And you guys want espresso? I'm like, yeah, I sure do.
Of course I want
Sure
espresso
do.
at the
Do you
end.
have any gumbo
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean that was I think one of the best meals eh, putting it all together, right? In that day, right? Because we started
mhm.
Newtown, Jake's Diner Eatery, we do the New Hope, we do
Walk
Lambertville,
around. Yep. Take a little
walk around.
siesta.
Yeah,
Do
get
a
a
little
little bit of like
shops. Yep.
had like an elk jerky at one point in the same day that
Mm.
we then get Angelo's
Well,
and then we
also the
get
other thing with
it was like
Angelo's has the same designation, the Michelin like
mhm,
designation that it's not a Michelin star because the service is more of like a, window type of service, but
right.
the quality of the food. So Tanner was like, we ate two of the like best places in the city.
Yeah,
Um, I
back
think,
to back.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah,
And then
which was,
in
yeah,
between a Liberty Bell tour.
I
Like
know. I mean, the pro move that we made though was with the cheesesteak between five people, we just split two. It's not like we
mhm,
were all having cheesesteaks. So like we
yeah.
really paced ourselves pretty well through the day.
Could not have eaten a full cheesesteak. I think I had
No,
like a
no.
quarter of one, which is perfect
Yeah.
for what we did. Yeah.
Basically like hoagie slices. You just get the cut
Hmm.
up, basically that type of portion. Yeah.
But I mean, great day. Honestly, with all of that, considering all of that, one of the best meals I've had in a very long time, decades, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
I can't really think of the last great meal I had. Well, I can think of one, but uh,
I was loving that. Old Town is such a cool part of the city as well. There's so much brick, which is cool. It
Old
feels
City,
very old. Old
Old City.
City.
You're
Thank you.
thinking
I'm
of
thinking of,
Scottsdale.
that's right. Our Phoenix friends got in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old City is really cool.
Hmm.
The old brick and everything of it is just like really cool. I was very, very happy with how Tanner and Aubrey's Philadelphia weekend turned out. I feel like they really hit a lot. They got to do some fun stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, really, really had a good time.
Everything, everything really hit where like the weather was kind of perfect where they got some of the rain, but at like the best possible time. It was like
Yeah,
for when we needed to walk home and we just got an Uber instead. And then the Uber happened
yeah,
to have like party lights in it and was like
that's right.
an additional,
That guy was
and it,
so funny.
yeah.
He was just like, "Hey there, what's going on?" I go, yeah." I'm like, all
And
right, okay,
he had the fun lights going on in the back. Well, and just in the whole Uber, like it was like disco lights kind of. And,
yeah.
just like just an excellent day. I just had such a lovely day, and I'll tell you what, getting home at a reasonable hour as well after all
Ah,
that.
what do we get
I
back at?
mean,
Like, because the resi was like 5:30. The meal was probably like what, hour and a half, 2 hours. So then we
mhm,
got, I think it was probably closer to 7:30. By the time we got home, it was like 8:30, something like
yeah,
that. It was yeah, it was real nice.
like
Real
just
nice.
perfect. And like I wasn't like I did have a slow Monday, but not as bad as it would have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Given that I had some time to kind of wind down, get some sleep and everything.
Oh,
But
just fantastic. Now we gotta go to Lincoln, brother. Now we gotta go to Lincoln.
I think he said July 4th is the time to go. We got to go and
I
get
know.
on the boat, he said. Yeah,
Alex, before we sign off, I think we're getting close to the end here, the Giuseppe. But did
sure.
you see? I just want to talk sports for a moment. Now, I don't know if this is a rumor, and maybe AI is getting ahead of me and I am just losing it, but I'm fairly certain the Sixers just signed. Did you hear this? Did you hear who they signed?
LeBron James?
They got him. Um, did. Oh, I might have gotten. Never mind. I think I might have gotten Kevin Love. There was rumors of Kevin Love. I thought it was breaking as we were coming on here, but I think it's unofficial. I think there's just rumors. I was just looking right now. I wanted to double check. I got all excited before we came on. I was like,
what? It makes sense because we have been as Philadelphians right now. We're in trade season right now, aren't we? It's absolute trade season because we got Jaylen Brown. Obviously, the free agency, we got LeBron James. And we got
Phils.
And then the Phils got that second baseman, Luis.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name yet, but apparently he was the best hitter. Like he just
batting
had the
title? Well,
best batting average.
Actually? Oh, yeah.
That'll help. But crazy that they're going to move everybody's position around. What a wild, I think everybody in the city is like, why aren't we moving Trey Turner to the outfield? Why is he the only one not moving?
I know.
The infield.
And I feel like he's the one that gives us the most trouble. It makes no sense.
It seems like a perfect move if they're like, and then we're going to move Stott from second to shortstop. So now we have our best fielding infielder at the highest probability position of fielding, which is shortstop. And then we'll move Trey, who's very fast, who's been the problem, into the outfield to hide him in a corner, like one of the corners. That's seemed perfect to me.
And now it's like, nope. We're going to move everyone else and keep Trey.
Like, why? Crazy. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Just crazy, but.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, they're all going to win this year. You picked all.
You heard it here first. I called it in July. Yes. I called the Philly sweep, and we'll see if it plays out. I mean, really excited for it. I think we hit everything, Alex, right?
We didn't hit everything. We forgot to say, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for listening.
Another episode of Going Yard. Thanks so much.
See ya. Love you. Bye.